Shout out to the Pacers podcast.
All right. And we're live. Welcome to 3-Point Threat. This is
Welcome to
Grant.
3-Point Threat. What's up, y'all? Look,
Dude.
y'all know what time it is.
Hey,
Welcome to 3-Point Threat.
honestly, that was a heartbreaker, but there's not one Boston fan who didn't think they were going to manhandle us tonight. There's not
Here's
one.
the thing. The narrative going into this game was that we stood no chance. And here, let's look at the game as it is. I feel like we actually played good and bad. I wanted to say bad, but honestly, we had a lot of guys get double. We actually played very well, but usually it's rebounds. Turnovers killed us. I didn't even want to blame it all on fouls because they got a million. But like our own turnovers, that's our fault.
The fact that in overtime we had just as many fouls as the whole game. Either the Celtics are the greatest defensive team of all time and just know how not to foul, or that was like kind of biased. But like honestly, any other time you see a game that's 28-5 on free throws, that's a blowout. That's a blowout. It's not even
close. It's going to be easy to sit back and go, the refs gave them that game. Listen, if y'all watch the game, you tell me. But, it did feel, the third quarter alone, between like minutes 6 and like 4, the game slowed down to a screeching halt, and they got 10 points in all free throws. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that's that.
And the free throws hurt our pace, too.
You say, huh?
I said the free throws hurt our pace too. So I mean, like,
exactly.
Honestly, ignore the wrong caption out of Pacers Knicks, whatever. But honestly, like, as much as possible went in their favor, and we still were right there. I mean,
we were there. Look. Look. If you watch the game, you kind of were looking at some of what we were doing, some of the decision making, going, this is very questionable. But look, going into the halftime, it was a tie game.
Crazy.
Going into the third quarter, we were down 1.
Yeah.
And in watching the game, I saw a lot of mistakes on our end and a lot of things going, man, I wish we were doing better. But at the end of the day, we were keeping up with the Celtics. Game 1 in Boston.
I mean,
we were keeping up.
One of the biggest things too is that first 12.0 run. We didn't get rattled. We stayed settled down, and we kept pushing, and we made that comeback. Like, I'm proud of the team tonight. Like,
I am proud of it. Look,
there's nothing more than
it hurt. This loss hurts is because we had it. And look, let's talk about the fourth quarter. We were up 3 points with 10 seconds left, and we fucked that up.
Dude, the inbound pass to Siakam. You see Siakam when he's dribbling by himself. He is barely hanging on to it. That's just the player he is. That's you get it to Haliburton. In my opinion, you get it to a point guard, worst case scenario, shooting guard. You don't give it to Turner. You don't give it to Siakam, no matter what.
Look, if you want to, we could dissect the entire game and say this is where it went wrong. But 9 times out of 10, when you're up 3 points with 10 seconds left and you have the ball, you're gonna win that game.
Yeah,
and it's not you're just gonna win it. We fought.
I think a lot of it, that too, is playoff experience, because
it is.
Not only because Nembhard's so young, he's just thinking, I think I can get it in Siakam. He's not thinking about Siakam doesn't have the best handles. Plus, they're gonna foul. And Siakam's probably our worst foul shooter in that clutch. He's the last person I want taking that, But
it would have turned into what it was without any type of, mistakes hard on our end. And let's talk about the 3-point that Jaylen Brown had to make to tie the game. He was smothered and covered.
Yeah.
He was smothered and covered. And then, it was a tough shot. I'm just happy we didn't get a foul on it, to be honest.
Yeah, there's no foul, and wasn't a blown coverage. Hey, these guys are just going to hit tough shots.
Yeah.
NBA players in general, we saw with the Bucks series, Chris Middleton hitting those tough shots. It's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. The mental mistakes, there are things, we could have done about that. But,
look at the positive.
I'm happy.
Look at the positive. I consider this, honestly, I'm very proud of our guys, and I'm happy for us. I think we played well. Overall, I think we made more mistakes than good things, because imagine we got half the turnovers we had. We would just been staying well above. And not to even speak of our start, dude. We were over 12. I was like, is this going to be a blowout? What's happening?
And then past halftime, we gave them a 13-point lead, still didn't get rattled, stayed in that game. If I'm a Celtics fan, I came into this thinking this might be a 4-1.
We're going to win by 15, 20 points.
Yeah, no, but the series overall is going to be like a 4-1. The odds makers had us winning by like 11. Now, as a Celtics fan, I'm like, oh shit, we might blow it again.
If you're not a delusional Celtics fan, then you go, oh man, are we gonna have to take the Pacers to 7? Like,
I mean, they saw what
way,
happened last
no
year
way
with the
any
Heat.
of them watched that and went, that was a good performance. No way. They had clutch shots. They had clutch shots and the ref loved. Clutch shots and ref loved. But no way that was like a stellar performance.
I will give it to the Celtics too. That's where the experience comes in handy. Of you're not rattled by having to make those tough shots.
No,
and
that was big.
As much as the free throw thing was a huge differential and like the rest did play a part, that has been us all playoffs. Like we are not going after the free throws like we should. So there is a little bit of that too. Like,
listen, here's the devil about where we're at. Like, you got to play the game that's the game. I really dislike, personally, when these guys flop and they cry to refs. But if you probably boil it down statistically, that probably actually ends up in your favor. Because in the Pacers, Halliburton's not usually crying to a ref unless he gets clearly fouled and they don't address it. Or, like, you know, like, for instance, these guys on the Celtics, they'll run into a screen. And then it'll go, whoa, and just fall down.
And like,
go,
even if it's clean,
just fall down, and maybe the ref will give you it. That happened. I
mean, the only three
screen, and the guy went flying, and he goes, oh, turnover. We gotta do shit like that. We have to.
The only fouls we get are the egregious ones, like when TJ McConnell got bodied, when White tried to like block it and just like fouled the heck out of him. Man, dude, like it's tough, but like this game, I think we're probably both on this train. I was scared that after this game, I was just going to have to put almost like, not the white flag, but be like, they're better than us. They're probably going to win.
As a Pacers fan, look, we can all, the Celtics have been in the finals, 5 or 6 years in a row? You know what I mean? Like, that's not, I don't care what team that is. That's something you have to like acknowledge and prepare for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you don't have to be afraid of that or nothing, but like you have to address, okay, these guys know what to do to get past.
And they have the best record in the NBA. Like this is a clear-cut good team.
But like if you think best record in the NBA, we took them to overtime. I mean, it was our mistakes that did not get the W. I mean, ref love alone, we were up 4 with like 2 or 3 minutes. With like 2 minutes left. We were up 4 with 2 minutes.
And what a regular
ref
NBA
love,
game
we should have took the W. But we had too many turnovers.
What a regular NBA game is 4 quarters. They couldn't beat us in 4 quarters. Like, I'm worried if I'm a Celtics fan because they saw what happened with the Heat last year, and they have to be thinking, dude, can we still not do it? Can we still not get this done? And this makes me confident, too. When we go to our home, those are dubs. Those
are dubs. Bro, those got to be dubs. Because, look, we were our own worst enemy tonight. I'm saying there was ref love, but it wasn't crazy slanted. We had a lot of turnovers, like twice as many as them. And they scored off like basically every turnover we had.
Yeah, no, and we had some like straight just like throwing it out of the bounds or
throwing it out of bounds.
We drew a Holiday of a Halliburton that Siakam passed the end. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day,
it is what it is. We're young.
To win a series, you got to steal one game at the other opponent's home. Whether that's game 7 or game 1.
All that being said, I'm confident still. Why can we not take game 2? If we did, now we know how we got to tighten up. Which we can do. They're at home. They should have crushed us. They should have fucking crushed us. They couldn't. They didn't. They had to get every player to hit 5 free throws and everything. But they were supposed to crush us. We took them to overtime.
And our team wasn't scared, didn't get rattled. For as young as our team was, like that 12-0 run, that could have easily just been game right there. When they're up 13 at half, that could have been like game right there. And when they're up 13, we had our bench in, and we're still like, nope, that's not happening. That's not happening. I mean,
shout out to Katie. Katie Smith, that's a good point. How are we leaving Al Horford open for so many 3-pointers?
Because he's not doing anything else against us.
When I was watching the game, I was just kind of like, he's old man, whatever, leave him open. But he was wet. At one point, you got to respect it. You got to D him up. He was wide open. You're right. It's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing else he was doing. There's nothing else at all that he was doing that. I don't even know if he made a layup unless he was like wide open, somebody passed to him or something. But there's nothing
Yeah.
that comes off the top of my head at all.
It's a great point. You know, I don't know what we were playing a lot of help defense. We were like, if a Celtic was dribbling long enough, Siakam would run up and try and help or whatever the case was, and I would just leave a man wide open. Al Horford was wet all night. Guess who else was wet all night? Drew Holiday. Every time Drew Holiday had an open three, which he had like 8 of them, he hit like 5 or 6 of them. You know what I mean?
You know who impressed me the most in this game?
Who?
Miles Turner. Oh my
Played
God.
well. A lot of his shots got robbed in the first quarter. Played well though. He
started 2 and 5. He ended 9 and 13, hitting 3 for 4 on threes, and he got 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. I mean,
hustle, boy.
Our team.
Halbert played well too. He was hitting a lot of clutch threes.
Yeah. No. Oh my goodness, dude. The Halliburton's back. Like the Halliburton of like prime, like middle of the season. That guy is back. Like there's nothing lingering. That guy is back.
He had to figure out how to play in the playoffs. He's never done it before. He looks comfortable. I mean, looking past the first 12 points of the game, which were all the Celtics, we came back within the first quarter. We came back, not all the way, and within the halftime we tied it. So we were shaky at first, but then we got together. We got together.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling so great. Like
I feel good too.
My biggest feeling going to bed tonight isn't, oh my God, we lost this game. Over that feeling is, oh my God, we can win this series. Like, oh my God, we can go to the finals. Like, we could actually do that. That's not a crazy thought anymore. Like,
no, it's
game
not.
one was
It's clearly not.
Yeah.
Game 1 in the Celtics, these guys were rested. They should have crushed us. They had a 0-12 run in the first quarter. They should have kept a 10-point lead all game. They should have. I'm not even saying I'm not even giving them any props. I'm just saying if you give up a 10-point lead, most teams in this situation, they have that upper hand. They keep at least a 5-point lead all game. No, we would come up and kiss tying it. We get just short, tie game. Terrible third quarter, but we still bring it to 1.
It would bounce between 3 and 10 for a while. And we just kept coming. We
never let it go too far away, which I believe, which I love. Because we're known to let all of a sudden we're down to 18, and now we got to climb out of a hole, and we get down to 6, but then we goes back down to 12, and then we just kind of keep doing that until we either win or lose, and that's frustrating. We did not do that.
So some commented from your all's perspective, what needs to happen in game 2 in order to win the game? My opinion. Same thing. The effort we gave tonight is enough to win. We just basically got to cut down turnovers and balance out that free throws a little more. Whether that's just not fouling them as much or drawing our own, but just cut down the turnovers, keep playing how we're playing, and balance out the free throws. And I think we're beyond good.
Beautiful. That's it. We need to stop turning the ball over, because every time we do it, they score. We need to stop doing that. And then we need to try and get to the line. That's really it. I mean, they're going to have to flop and do what they do and cry. But dude, in the third quarter, they had 16. I don't know the number. It had between 8 and 12 minimum free throws. It's probably more than that. I'm comfortable saying it was more than that. We had 2.
Yeah. And the fourth quarter too, we had 2 big opportunities to separate games almost unreachable in the last 2 minutes. And it's when Drew Holiday locked up Halliburton. And I think that's avoidable, and that Siakam passing. So that's the problem too. It's not actually the turnover, it's just the time, because the timely defense is what matters. They say
Siakam turnover in the last 30 seconds. What are you doing?
Last 8 seconds, dude.
Bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You're talking about when he was trying to score?
Yes. And he did a spin or something, but he spun into 2 players and then one of them literally, I think it's Jaylen Brown, literally took it out of his hand. What are you doing? Yeah. That's so risky. I'd rather you shoot a mid range and miss than do that and just give him a ball. Bro, if you can't handle the ball at a comfortable level with 8 seconds left and we're trying to win, then give it to someone who can. I'd rather Nembar take that shot. Of course, Halliburton. I'd rather McConnell take a mid range shot there. why are you falling into the, that? But it's not all him. Bernard, when he was guarding Jason Tatum, he fell down. He slipped and fell down, and that's what dropped McConnell to try and help defense. And he fouled him on purpose, but then he didn't. But he didn't stop him. He still scored. You got to end one. McConnell, if you're going to foul.
Well, no. So he did do what he was supposed to do because on Jason Tatum's shooting arm, he was pulling on it. But Jason Tatum's just a big boy and McConnell's not. You know what I'm saying? That's like me playing my little nephew.
Don't half-ass it, bro.
No, I don't think he half-assed it. I think he was trying to pull that down. I just don't think he could. I think Jason Tatum's just way too strong and big for McConnell to be the one.
What I'm saying is, you're right, but he should have acknowledged that and not tried to foul him.
Facts. Yeah. But I will say too, with the how we're fighting and we never gave up. I mean, literally, even the last free throws, Toppin's getting that, trying to shoot it. I almost thought on Toppin's second one, we should have tried to miss it. I mean, I don't think there's any easy way to do it, but.
Okay, look, I'm reading this comment about Obi Toppin. Here's the thing with Obi Toppin. I loved him playing. I thought he played very well, but at the same time, he was a good part of our turnovers, in my opinion. I watched this game from start to finish. I saw him try to navigate within the paint and give it up. Here's the thing, I think that I'd like him getting minutes. I think he needs to stay getting minutes. I think he's a good presence. He's always, he almost got the lob. He's he's efficient for the three, but he just doesn't, he's not a really good ball handler, man. He just gives it up. He gave it up at least 2 or 3 times, bro. And every time we give up the ball, it's so costly. So if you give it up 2 or 3 times, guess what? That's 6 to 8 points that they're going to get at least. You know what I mean? So every turnover is so costly. Again, we were our own worst enemies all night. These turnovers, man. Nate Smith was turning the ball over pretty bad. Halbert had a turnover.
I think a lot of those turnovers are kind of fixable, though, in the sense of when Halliburton was dribbling up and he was kind of getting cornered by Drew Holiday. I think he knows now, I'm just going to pass it out with the time. Just be safe. I'm going to pass it out. He's just not veteran presence like that. And what was the I can't think of the other one, but I think a lot of these were very easily avoidable, and they were trying to kind of do too much. Where the regular season probably doesn't matter, but right now, you can't take
so
a certain risk. Yeah,
everything is so costly, and I think that's just the growing pains of never being in the playoffs. Like you said, we're doing some of the kind of dumber, more rookie mistakes that we're making some more rookie mistakes that are it's whatever in the regular season. But what we're doing now, if you're fouling a guy and you're trying to do it on purpose, he better not get a and one.
Yeah,
that's day one.
Something too is how this game went is kind of a lot of lessons we had to learn the hard way. Say we do go on this finals run, it's better to happen game 1 right now than say we kind of got lucky and everything kind of just went perfect on this game 1. Then we're kind of coasting a little bit. But now we I feel they're locked in every single game, every single play. I think that lesson was hard learned. And I think they're feeling the same way of oh my God, we got this.
So yeah, it's a good point. Now here's the thing. I just want to make sure that one thing I hope is that this does not discourage our guys. Because you know what I believe? I believe that we saw 100% effort from all our guys tonight.
I wouldn't say anybody played bad.
Huh?
I wouldn't even say anybody played bad.
No, I don't blame this on one person. I think as a team, we played phenomenal. But as a team, we turned the ball over as well.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, it's a clear mistake. Here's the thing. If we could take one of theirs, if we can take the next game, which I'm kind of disappointed, but at the end of the day, I'm very confident in what we can do. These are supposed to be the bad boys. These are supposed to be one of the best teams in the league. This is supposed to be the scariest guys in the league, and we almost fucked them up.
The Celtics, and I'm not talking about the fan base, the actual players, you're leaving this game with less confidence than you entered into it. And as the Pacers, you're going into the next game with more confidence than you entered into it. You know what I'm saying? We still have that luxury of no one expects us to win. So, we're still playing free.
They have more to lose.
Yeah.
They have more to lose than us. If we lose, everybody goes, you're supposed to lose against the Celtics. But if they lose to us, Oh my God.
And like I said, I feel so good at home. I think those are 2 wins. So if we steal the next one, winning 3 in a row, I really don't think that's that crazy.
I think,
I
I
really don't.
think, just to kind of come back down to earth, if we were going to lose at home, the Celtics were going to do it over these other 2 teams we played. So I just hope that we can take one of theirs. So if they take one of ours, that we're still 2-2. So I'm saying like, no, I don't want to depend on us getting 2 home wins. We need to take this next one.
Yeah.
We need to take this next one. So the next 2 games, not that we should still expect to win them, but we need to take this next one in order to be like, all right, look, we're here. And y'all thought this was a joke. Because if they come in 2 up going into Indiana, it's not great.
Yeah.
Not great. But anyway.
That's basically all I want to say on the
That's all I
subject
got,
matter.
man. Look, overall positive comments. We played good. We played good. There's a lot of great that happened tonight.
The first thought I'm waking up with tomorrow is we can win the series. We can go to the finals. Like I know for a fact it's possible we can go to the finals now. I wasn't sure before. I wasn't sure.
You're right. Carlisle said
now,
it, and I love this quote. He says, "We were the uninvited guests. Now we're here."
Yeah.
Shout out.
Hallie's back.
Hallie's back. One more, guys. Let's do it.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, look, expect to hear from us again. Thank you for keeping up with us. Shout out to the people making comments. We'll see you soon.
Peace out.